Alright, in this video on Fusion I'm going to assemble the parts. What I've done here, I've just coloured all the parts by going modify appearance and dragging the colours that I wanted onto my pieces. That might make it a little bit easier to visualise what's going on. We need to first go over to here to our bodies in our browser, right click and create components from bodies. That turns them all into components. We need two of these long ones, two of these short ones. So we're going to use this move copy tool. We've got to change that to components. And we'll select our component. Then we have to put the tick down here. It says create copy. Then just move one of the arrows and that'll make our second piece. And click OK. Move copy tool again, it's on components, we select this fella. Make sure you put the tick first, because if you try and drag it and then put the tick, it never works. So tick first and then drag it. Click OK. We've got the correct number of parts now. Now we've got to find the component that is the plywood base. It's that one. For me it's component 3. Right click and ground. And we're going to start putting our pieces in place. So have a look at the shape of the dovetails on this long piece. So this face will be aligned with this edge of the plywood, because you can tell by the way the dovetail's going. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the joint tool, and this bottom edge, this bottom front edge that I just referred to, we want to click right in the middle, then right in the middle of that top front edge of the plywood, and that should place our piece in place, and that's good. So click OK. Now we're going to do the same with the back piece here. Now notice this dovetail will be facing the wrong way currently, so this edge has to align with this edge of the ply. So when we click the joint tool, we just got to make sure we select the right edges. If you get it wrong, well, you can always Control Z and undo and try again. So at the moment that's facing the wrong way. So I think if I click the flip tool and then rotate this around 180 degrees, it ends up in the right place. Alright, we will put our short pieces in place. Joint tool. This edge here should align with this top edge of the plywood, and it looks like we have to rotate that 90 degrees. Make sure you get 90, not 85 or something. Well, as I can see, that's not lined up, so we've got to click the flip button. Let's do the same with this other piece. So joint tool, this edge with this edge. Yes, we have to rotate that 90 degrees, and it looks like I've got to flip it as well. And click OK. Those pieces are in place. We just got to put our front on. Same thing, joint tool, but this time you want to select the very mid face of that drawer with the very mid face of this piece, and it should place it in place, and click OK. We've just assembled our parts of our drawer. It's probably worth clicking save at this point. Drawer assembled. Alright, last step in the process, we want to create a drawing. So underneath design, go down to drawing, from design. The full assembly will be fine. We're going to create new, from scratch ISO. We can leave all that the same. Click OK. It'll do its thing. It takes a little while. Okay, so that's the front view. It's a little bit small, so let's make that bigger by changing the scale. That's 1 to 5, so if we go maybe 1 to 3, that's going to be a good size, I think. What would 1 to 2 look like? One to 2 might be better. And we're going to place our base view. So I've placed it down in the bottom left corner, close to the margin, because I've got to leave room for a top view and an end view, then an isometric. So this is our base view here. Oh, actually, before I click it in place, a shaded view can look good. If you're not looking at the front view, change the orientation and until you're getting the view that you want. Okay, so even though we want the front view, you may have to select top view or something. Just depends how you draw it first up. Anyway, we'll click to place that, and that's good to go. So we can click OK, I think. Yep. Now we go over here to projected view, and we select our parent view. So we click that once, move our cursor up, and we click to place our view. So give yourself a little bit of room to add dimensions around it. So don't go too tight to the top or too tight to the bottom. And click, and then we'll move over to the right, so we get a right-hand view. Same thing, don't go too tight to the margin or the other piece. Give yourself room to put a put dimensions around it, and we click to place it. We'll also place an isometric view. That view's too big for now, but we can fix it later. So we just click. Once we're done, we tick that little green tick, and everything should be good. What's it doing? All right, that view's too big, so double click and we change the scale. So at the moment it's 1 to 2, so let's make it a bit smaller, like maybe 1 to 4. Oh, what? Get rid of all the other text that's there. That's a better size. And we'll click close. Then we should be able to click it and drag it so it fits nicely on the page and in place. Dimensions are next. So this is the dimension tool. Click on edges and place dimensions. And I'm not going to show you all the dimensions to place, but I will let you go through and choose the relevant dimensions so that if you were to look at this and this only, you should be able to make the draw. You should know the size of your parts, and you should be able to read that from the drawing. You should know the thickness of material, etc. You don't need to dimension all the dovetails. That would make the drawing way too unorganized and look terrible. And don't forget to click save. That's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys can replicate these things for your project. Actually, before I end, once you've got this drawing, export it as a PDF, then you can export it as a PDF, then you can copy and paste that into your folios. You can add more pages too if you want. It is possible to do that.